No clickbait, no rumor. The biggest name in combat sports, officially benched. And this time, not for injury, not for retirement talk, but for missing 3 drug testing attempts in 1 year. Yeah, you heard that right. 3 strikes. And the UFC's biggest star just got hit with a suspension that has the fight world spinning. So what really happened here? How did the most famous fighter on the planet, a man who once ruled the octagon and now lives like royalty, fail something as simple as showing up for a test?
Set a time to train at that time. Set a time to go to sleep at that time. Set a time to get up at that time. Don't tell yourself you need to do something and then don't do it. That's what I was talking about with Ariel. I knew in my head I was saying, get up at this time.
Today's video, we break it down. The truth, the speculation, and the chaos surrounding Conor McGregor's suspension, as revealed by none other than Chael Sonnen himself. McGregor's been suspended for violating the UFC's anti-doping policy. The MMA world listens. According to the official statement from the Combat Sports Authority, quote, Conor McGregor missed 3 attempted biological sample collections in 2024, June 19th, September 19th, and September 20th. 3 missed tests in a single year equals one thing, a doping violation under UFC rules.
I run New York City! I'm a f***ing pimp! F***ing guilty Mick! And without me, this whole f***ing ship sink!
When you're in the UFC's testing pool, you have one job. Tell them where you are, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. If you're new here and love staying ahead of the UFC chaos, from bombshell suspensions to wild comebacks, hit that subscribe button. Because on Octagon Insider, we don't miss tests, but we never miss a story. Back to the video. You could be home, you could be training, you could be halfway across the world, but they need to know. That's how surprise testing works. It keeps the sport clean and it keeps fighters honest. But if testers knock on your door and you're not there, that's a strike. Do it 3 times in 12 months and you're done. And that's exactly what just happened to McGregor. McGregor's suspension won't interfere with his planned return on the rumored White House card, June 14th. Seems a bit sketchy. Don't mix facts with speculation. Still, the news hits hard. Here's the thing, updating your whereabouts might sound easy, but for Conor McGregor, it's chaos.
Ah, God is the greatest! God is the greatest! BKFC! Oh my Lord! I've never seen anything like it in my life! Straight into the Maybach! Now the ring wouldn't get through it with a rocket launcher, baby! Whoa! Whoa! Go back! Go! Whoa! 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 He's a mad thing.
Normal people live predictable lives. They wake up, go to work, go home. They can tell you exactly where they'll be tomorrow at 3 p.m. Conor's life is nothing like that. Private jets, movie premieres, business deals, last-minute travel that even his own team can barely track. If Conor tells the testing agency he'll be in Los Angeles, but his plans suddenly shift and he's in Seattle, he has to manually log in and update that information immediately. If testers show up at his LA hotel and he's gone, that's a violation, no matter how innocent the reason. Let's just say he didn't get around to updating it. But rules are rules, and even if it's not intentional, it still counts. Now here's where it gets interesting. The dates. September 19th and September 20th, back-to-back days. That almost never happens, and it raises red flags. Testers are incredibly persistent. They'll call, text, contact your spouse, even show up at your gym before marking you absent. So for Conor to miss 2 tests in 2 days? That's strange. Because some fighters have tried to game the system, there are certain substances that flush out of the body within 24 hours. If a fighter knows he might test positive, he can take the hit, skip the test, and hope the next visit won't be until the next day. That's why consecutive missed tests are so suspicious. Some athletes would literally hide in their own house, wait for the testers to leave, and mark it as a whereabouts failure. To be clear, the UFC allows 3 missed tests in a 12-month window. It's designed to be lenient, to account for human error. Things happen, flights change, people forget. But Conor hit that exact threshold, and whether it's bad luck or bad timing, it's enough for a suspension. So what happens now? The Combat Sports Authority has officially suspended McGregor. That means he cannot compete until his eligibility date returns. The report claims it won't interfere with his potential comeback, but again, that comeback isn't even confirmed. There's no signed fight, no venue, no opponent, and no license yet approved. So the idea that he'll return at the White House card on June 14th, that's wishful thinking at best.
McGregor doesn't need money.
So are we at a point here where Conor McGregor may never fight for the UFC? Can you say that?
If you had shitloads of money, would you be sitting here right now asking me this fucking question?
No.
No, you would not. That just answered your question.
Well, I answered no. So you're saying there's a chance that Conor McGregor will not fight again for the UFC?
I don't know.
This could just be an attempt to soften the blow, a way of saying don't panic while the dust settles. Chael Sonnen said in a video, now you understand why Conor posted that photo in the closet with the hoo-ha. It wasn't random. It was a distraction. McGregor knew the suspension news was about to break. He knew headlines were coming, so he gave the internet something else to talk about, a viral moment to bury the real story underneath memes and chaos.
It's a fight everybody wants to see.
It's vintage Conor. Deflect, distract, dominate the headlines. And once again, it worked. So where does this leave us? Conor McGregor suspended for 3 whereabouts failures, no confirmed fight on the books, and another layer of mystery added to one of the most unpredictable careers in sports history. So what do you think? Is Conor guilty of this or not? Drop your comments below. But one thing is undeniable. This is another twist in the never-ending McGregor saga. The fame, the chaos, the drama, it's all part of the story. Rules exist to protect the sport, to make sure nobody gains an unfair advantage, to make sure the octagon remains sacred. And yet, it's hard not to feel like Conor's story is far from over. Because if there's one thing history's taught us, every time the world counts out Conor McGregor, he finds a way to come roaring back.
You know who would I think would grow even bigger as a superstar if they did a podcast? Your podcast? Who? Conor McGregor.
Oh yeah.
I've sat down with
Well,
him.
how big
I'm
can
telling.
he get?
Well, I'm just.
Yeah.
I think he would get less hate. Obviously, he has all the accolades in the world. But as a person, if you sat down and you talked to him, you just didn't get all that, hoopla over here.
So now the question becomes, what happens next? Does the suspension delay his long-awaited return? Does the UFC even want to risk it? Or does Conor McGregor once again rewrite the rules of the game? The clock's ticking, the headlines are swirling, and for the first time in years McGregor's legacy isn't being decided inside the cage, but by the choices he makes outside of it. Whatever happens next, the world will be watching.
Think of him. That's my view.
No, being on here.
That's my view.
That's your view?
They might be different. Not many people like him around here.
Tell me why, bro. Tell me why.
Just because, personally, I think he's alright. Well, don't tell me.
That's a big allegation.
Could be wrong, but personally, I believe he's a
You believe so?
the money, that's how he's not caught.
Yeah.
It's because of all the billions he has.
Because this isn't just another suspension, it's a reminder that even the biggest star in the sport isn't untouchable.